pouring back to Haas. Haas takes a shot. Deflected in wood. Rubber. Twine the Eastern Washington Eagles. And hello, welcome to another edition of the Eagles Nest podcast. I'm your host, the voice of Eastern hockey, Tyler Pisani. And as you've already noticed, this episode is a little bit different. It's our first exploration into YouTube with the Eagles Nest. It's officially episode 4, but it's our first episode here on YouTube. If you want to hear any of the past podcasts, I'll leave a link down in the description. Our guest today, as always, the Director of Hockey Operations, Travis Allen. And Travis, we don't get to talk to you a whole lot. I know you're real early on into this new position as Director of Hockey Operations, and I know your teams aren't necessarily getting the results that you wanted, but how's the new position working out for you?
There's a lot of ups and downs. It's definitely frustrating starting the season out 0-13 as the Director of Hockey Ops. There's been head coaches fired for better records than that, so that's frustrating, but I believe everybody's committed to finally getting our first win, and we're doing everything we can to figure that out.
And this week, we only have one guest, newcomer to the program, Shane Smith of the ACHA team. A big announcement for him and Travis Allen. That'll come up a little bit later in the podcast. But, of course, you'll notice this podcast is up a little bit late this week. If you listened to my call of the ACHA game last weekend, you already know why. I was having a bit of a voice issue, lost my voice going through the weekend, but my vocal cords finally back, ready again to get working. So we kind of threw this together at the last moment, weren't sure if we were going to have an Eagles Nest this week. And, it's a little hard to track down guys who are actually in college classes, so nobody from the BCIHL team was available this week, but we'll make sure to get you a good interview with them, with somebody from that team next week. But speaking of the BCIHL team, let's recap their weekend. Not the ideal weekend for that team. They took a trip up to Canada, taking on Trinity Western on Friday and Simon Fraser on Saturday. Neither of those games were tilted in favor of the Eagles. But as we hear every time we talk to them, every time we talk to Coach Greenwell, it's a growing team. They haven't been together for that long. Only 5 games into the season, so still working out some of those kinks. And something big that they're working on now is looking to replace the goal scorer that was Bo Walker. He's still sidelined with an injury, so they're trying to find somebody that's able to fill that gap. The first game for the Eagles, Paxton Bell was the lone goal scorer. That moves him 10th into the league in points. The lone goal scorer on Saturday night, the captain, Tanner Haas, he got his 3rd goal of the season, good enough for 6th in the league as far as total points are concerned. You couple that with 3 assists for the defenseman. Like I said, though, they're still struggling to find that consistent goal scorer when you have a guy that was back-to-back scoring champions. When he's not out there on the ice, it's hard to find the back of the net, but I know that Greenwell and his squad will be able to do that more so as we move through the season, including this Saturday. The team's going to be back at the URC Saturday night looking for their first win of the season. They'll be hosting Selkirk, the Saints, defending BCIHL champions. And it is Halloween night at the arena. It's not actually Halloween night. But come on down, wear your costume. I believe there's even a cash prize up for grabs. On the ACHA side, they didn't fare much better last weekend. Reed Klein's young team struggling both nights against Western Washington, having a hard time staying out of that penalty box, giving up several 5-on-3 opportunities that resulted in a couple of goals on Saturday. And the games got a little bit heated, resulting in over 200 penalty minutes between the two teams, Eastern Washington and Western Washington, over the course of the weekend. But on the bright side, we did see the first goal, one of what I'm going to assume is many, coming from this young man's stick. Shane Smith able to score his first goal of the weekend, and he is our lone guest today on the Eagles Nest podcast. Shane, it's good to have you, buddy. And, you're a rookie on this team. It's your first year actually out at school in Cheney. What's this transition from hockey in Spokane, playing on a U18 team, been like playing for now a collegiate program?
I'd say it's definitely a little bit different. Definitely a faster pace, game pace. There's definitely a couple differences that you gotta get used to, but I think I'm adjusting pretty well.
Well, and I kind of want to interject here and just welcome Shane and make the official announcement that Shane Smith has stepped up and was voted the new president of the ACHA team.
Well, and talk about what that means a little bit, Shane, for you to be recognized so early on in your career here with the Eagles.
I think it's great. I'm definitely honored to be in this position, and I just hope that I can do a good job and help the team out.
Well, and you have had a little bit of a relationship with Travis outside of the Eagles program. Is that going to make working with him a little bit easier for you as far as getting stuff done for the program and making sure it's run correctly?
Yeah, I definitely think that will help. I think we can definitely get a lot done together.
Well, and coming off of this, your first home weekend as an Eagle wearing an Eagles jersey, you had a goal in both games, Friday and Saturday night against Western. What was that like to score your first goals as an Eagle at home in front of the hometown fans? And I know your family was there as well.
Yeah, it was definitely a great experience. Definitely glad I could get one in there in the first game, and just definitely happy that I'm playing for Eastern.
Okay, and take us through that moment of your first goal.
Yeah, I was coming in with Maiko, and he put a shot nicely off the pads of the goaltender, and I was just right there to put it right in. So it just worked out well.
Well, and Shane, obviously you're in the locker room a little more than I am, just being more hands-off and kind of letting Coach Klein, Membry, and Ouellette do their thing. But what's the morale like in the locker room right now? You guys are starting out 0-4 in the year, dropped your first conference games to Western, your home opener. Are the guys hungry for a win, or, what's it like in there?
Yeah, I think we're definitely hungry for a win at this point. We just really want to get a win under our belt and get the season rolling, get off to a better start.
So next weekend you got a 3-3. So the first time in program history you guys played 3 games in 3 days against 3 different teams. Is there one of these games that are coming up you're looking forward to more? The University of Idaho, the Montana Tech, which will be the first time we played them in program history, or the Gonzaga game?
I definitely think it's gonna be good to play Gonzaga again, get a little revenge, get a win against them after losing 2 games to them. So.
Well, and you mentioned Gonzaga. What was that like to go back and play as a visiting team for the first time in your life in that arena, the Eagles Ice Arena that you grew up at?
It was a little weird being the visiting team, but it was nice to play back at my home rink.
Yeah, I had a chance to get your family down there, I understand. What's that like, being able to play close enough to Spokane where you grew up that you're able to have that support both on the ice and off the ice?
Yeah, it's really nice being close enough to be able to see my family and whatnot and have that support.
So, Shane, looking forward to the season, we've still got plenty of games moving forward. So what is one thing that you're looking to accomplish personally and as a team moving forward this season?
I definitely want to obviously become a better hockey player. And as a team, I want to get off to a better start, get things rolling, get some wins in the column, and just have a good season.
And what specifically have you guys been working on in practice, without giving too much away, that's going to help you guys in a win next weekend?
Just getting our positioning on key, and a lot of work on our breakout. Also, just a lot of work in the ozone, getting more shots.
What was it that stood out to you the most as a president and somebody that's now going to have to be a leader both on and off of the ice that you want to make sure gets corrected before those next games?
There's positioning stuff that we need work on, and that'll just come. We need to get used to our teammates. We got a lot of new guys, so we just got to build that team chemistry.
And Shane, tell the listeners of this podcast something exciting that you're going to be doing Saturday. Can you enlighten us what the ACHA boys are going to be doing?
Yeah, so on Saturday, we will be doing the ball crew at the football game here at Eastern.
Nice. That's something to get the name out there a little bit more, and definitely a team building activity, if nothing else, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Shane, thank you for taking some time for us to chat on the Eagles Nest today. Have fun out at the football game, and we'll see you at the URC next weekend for 3 games in 3 days. Travis Allen, thanks for stopping by from your super secret office location deep inside the heart of the URC. And if you are headed down to the URC this weekend, the BCIHL team taking on Selkirk Saturday night at 7:30. Be sure to let us know you're going by checking the event tab on the Facebook page for the BCIHL team. Also, if you're coming down, be sure to wear your costume because there's a $50 prize for the best costume that shows up there on Saturday night. But until next weekend, this is Tyler, the voice of the Eastern Washington University men's hockey program, saying